We're talking with Dr. Terry Mason, who is the COO of Cook County Department of Public Health.
Correct.
Thanks a lot for being on our show.
You're so welcome.
Let's talk about cancer. You have indicated in several meetings that you feel that cancer is the same no matter what part of the body it's in. Can you explain that?
Right. What I meant by that is that the process of cancer, which is uncontrolled cell growth, every cell in the body has a method by which it reproduces itself. And it does so in a very orderly and organized fashion. Something happens that causes that process to run amok. And when that happens, the cells no longer reproduce themselves in an orderly fashion, nor do the cells that they reproduce often function like the original cells. And this process can become so erratic and so dysfunctional that it produces clumps of cells that we call masses or growths. And these cells can then break off or go into the bloodstream and travel to other parts of the body and set up shop in other organs or other parts of the body. We call that process metastasis. And what usually causes someone's demise is when these cells have gone so far and taken over so many of the major organs of the body that those organs no longer function, or they cease to exist in the way to do the work that they're supposed to do, and that's what causes death.
Now, there's been a growing thought process that nutrition plays a big role on that. And how does nutrition play a role in cancer prevention and cancer treatment?
Well, there are many theories that people have, but I try to summarize it in this way. Every cell operates in what I call a normal environment. And there are things that we eat that create an abnormality of that environment. It causes the release of certain kinds of toxins that damage different cells within the body. And when that happens, the cells oftentimes are trying to repair themselves, but there may be certain chemicals as a result of what we've eaten that insert themselves into that reproductive process and make it run amok. And that's how we believe, in many instances, cancer is caused. And I'll give you an example. Let's take lung cancer, for example. When you smoke, and this is well documented, but when you smoke, you then cause a major irritation and introduce certain chemicals that cause the cells to abnormally multiply. And when that happens in the bronchial tree, and the body can no longer throw those toxins off the way they used to be able to throw those off by coughing and things of that nature, you then end up with a situation that can lead to this uncontrolled cell growth or cancer.
Wow. So what are some of the things that people eat that can cause this metastasis?
Well, let's go back and say what are the things that caused the cancer originally, And there are a number of things that we believe, the American Cancer Society says that about 30% of their cancers have some diet cause. They're hesitant to say exactly which things because it's very hard to do these kinds of studies. But certainly what we do know is there are certain things that we're eating, and sometimes more importantly, some things that we're not eating that are protective and allow that process to go unchecked. For example, there's certain things we get out of vegetables and fruits, certain types of chemicals, certain types of vitamins, fatty acids, all these things that are necessary for normal, healthy cell growth that we're not getting when we don't eat those foods. And at the same time, when we're eating a lot of greasy, fried, or foods that are cooked at high temperatures, we're also getting some chemicals that damage the cells and promote the environment for this abnormal cell growth.